Once again, it's time for another Bob the Sign Man episode. Now on to the show.
Well, here we go. Another sign emergency. Berryessa Knoxville Road, right around the Spanish Flat Resort. The road pushed up for some reason. And I have to go up there and put some signs on it. So I'm heading out Friday morning. It's kind of an isolated road getting out there. This is Childs Pope Valley Road. It takes me about 40 minutes from my yard to the site, and I got to put some stop signs on it and some one-lane road ahead and stop ahead. Been pretty busy lately doing a lot of extra signs for some of the road washouts we have. If my camera looks a little jumpy, it might be because of the road. And so I'll show you what happens when we get there.
Well, not that we have a choice, but let's see what sights the sign man sees on this epic journey. This is about 10 minutes into the journey. This is the spillway at Condam. When the lake fills, water overflows down into a creek, making its way to the Napa River. This is Childs Creek. Nice to see the water flowing through this canyon. The creek runs alongside the road for about 3 miles. Up the way here there is a bridge known as Whiskey Crossing. Legend has it that a wagon carrying barrels of whiskey would stop here, as it was the halfway point to Napa. They would stop and drink some whiskey. The sign man tells me this is one of his favorite routes to take. I can see why.
All right, this is some of the scenery I see on the way up there. I'm stopped, by the way. I'm not driving and doing my camera at the same time. This is Childs Pope Valley Road. It'll continue up through this little canyon. It's one of my favorite places up here in the Napa County. It's so isolated up here. Very few houses. Traffic signs, though. That's a good thing. So anyways, let's continue on. Just some more of the road on the way up there, Childs Pope Valley Road. Like I was saying, one of my favorite places up here. A bit of vineyards sometimes out there. Not a whole lot of vineyards up here. As you can see, the road isn't the best up here, but it's a road. And, wide open spaces, clean air. Just love it up here. Well, here we are, 16 miles into the journey. A couple traffic signs along the way. You can see the road in front of me, how it's not the best, like I said, but there are parts that are worse, but we're working on it. It's just a work in progress. So let's continue on. All right, 17 and a half miles in, and this is a little view here, nice little valley. And of course, a traffic sign. So isolated up here. It's really pretty. You can see in the distance the wind machines. They'll activate when there's frost around, and it will kind of keep the air stirred up a little bit. This little section of road was fixed. It's not so bad through here. So let's continue on. Okay, 18 miles in, there was a tree that fell down here at one time, and you've got these corners that really have water running over, and they were icy, so they sanded the road. You can still see the remnants of some of the red sand. So you really got to be careful on mountain roads when you're driving, because you just never know what's around the next corner. All right, continuing on my journey at 18 miles, we're going to take Pope Canyon Road down to Berryessa Knoxville Road. Guess who made that sign? All right, 20 miles in. This is called Pope Canyon, Pope Valley, and you can see there's water on both sides of the road. It's kind of like a little overflow from all the water that comes down in the valley. And certain times of the year, the water's a little bit lower. There's a lot of ducks out here and stuff, so, and the road's been undermined by gophers and squirrels that dig under it, so they patched it and done whatever they can to keep it going. But I tell you what, there's nothing like this scenery when you have a job. It sure beats working in the cities. I mean, just look at this scenery. Got some cows out in the field. It's called Pope Canyon Road. I'll be heading into the little pass, the gap between the mountains. I guess that's why they call it Pope Canyon. But tell you what, nothing like an office with a view, huh?
Well, it looks like Einstein has his window down, so I will have to take over for now. Like we said before, this is the sign man's favorite route to take. Although the temps in the summer reach over 100, the beauty is year-round.
Sometimes you wonder why we post warnings, narrow winding road, 25 miles an hour is the advised speed. When you look at stuff like this, little water on the road, could be a little ice. I mean, yeah, we'll get to it and we'll fix it, but, heed the warnings, follow the traffic signs, follow the suggested speed limits. Well, 23 miles in, I stop here at this, it's called Pope Creek out here. As you can see this bridge down here, it's an old bridge. That used to be the old access there. The county has since abandoned that bridge, and it used to come along this mountain here, and it used to come out, the road used to come out right about at the end of this guardrail, and it would go around the side of the mountain. And we used to, back in the day, we used to go party under the bridge, and that was just kind of like a little party spot we had. There's some turnouts over there. We used to park there, and I was probably 17, 18 at the time, 16 when we got our driver's license. So that was back in 1976, 77, 78 when we used to party there all the time. And the sheriffs kind of knew us, and they never really bothered us much, but continue on. There's a sign right here, Falling Rocks, next 5 miles, and then speed limit up there to 25 around the corner. There's lots of rocks that fall through this area, and you just got to be careful, watch the thing. People hit the rocks and then they complain, they want to sue the county. Well, California speed limit is 55 or no safer than conditions. So when it's rainy and icy and you choose to go 60, 65, 70, you're just asking for it. All right, up here around this corner, somebody comes around the corner, they see a rock, maybe they might swerve to avoid it, another car coming the other direction. So I'm going to kick the rock off the road, and I take care of traffic signs, but I'll also take care of any little small hazard that I can take care of along the way. We got to make our roadways safe for people. All right, 24 miles in, this is Pope Canyon, this is Pope Creek. As you can see, it runs down there, goes way down there quite a ways. I sure wouldn't want to fall down there. Like I said, this is really beautiful country up here. You can see some of the trees. A fire did burn through here a couple years ago, kind of torched it, but the underlying brush has come back. So, and trees are going to take forever to come back if they ever do. Well, those burnt ones won't, but new ones. But anyways, let's continue on. We got to get to that slide. All right, 27 miles in, you can see I'm heading in, getting in out of the canyon down into the area down there, Lake Berryessa. You can see the bridge across there. So this is the end of Pope Canyon here, and now we're going to, like I said, drift down into Lake Berryessa. Okay, this is the big bridge up at Lake Berryessa, you can see, and then there's a rock on the side over there. And back in the day, a lot of my friends used to jump off of it. I never did. I was kind of a chicken. Few people died up there, paralyzed themselves. At times, there's rocks underneath and you don't see it when the water's high like it is now. And the big bridge, that was the place we always said, hey, let's go to the bridge. When we were in high school, we'd cut class and go up there. You see those pillars sticking in the water there. Well, they will extend down about another 60, 80 feet. And so when the water gets really low, there's these cement crossings over there. And we used to go out there on inner tubes and stuff and go sit on those little cement things that, join the two pillars together. And used to have a lot of fun up there. But, that was years ago, like in 1977 to about 81 when we used to frequent the place really a lot. But let's continue on, and we're almost going to get to our slide, I promise. All right, here we go. 30 or 29 miles into it. I caught up to one of my coworkers up here. We're going up to the damaged site that's the road has popped up. I guess a mountain pushed the road up. It's one of my flashing lights I installed. I'm Berryessa Knoxville Road, and off to my left side, see a little glimpse of the lake up there. There we go. Opens up better. Lake Berryessa. All right, you'll see some pictures of Lake Berryessa here. This is along an area up there. It's day use areas. Oak Shores is the name of it. It was the scene of September 27th, 1969. There was a killing up there by the Zodiac Killer. And it's pretty much all changed now up there and everything. But it was, I'm sure a lot of people have seen that movie and stuff. There was a young couple there. And the boy died, or he survived. The girl didn't. And they never did catch the guy. I remember when I was in school, I was in grammar school at the time, and the Zodiac Killer said he was going to shoot little kids as they got off the school bus. So we had sheriffs and police following the school bus all the time. So it was kind of a pretty tense situation around there. They never did find the guy. So I'm sure people have seen some of the movies and stuff. But anyways, that was one of the areas where he was killed somebody. All right, stop for a little bathroom break here at the Monticello Cemetery. This is up here, Lake Berryessa area. There's my little potty break. This was relocated. There used to be a town called Monticello, and when they built the dam, it flooded it, and that's where Lake Berryessa is. So they moved all the graves up here, which is kind of eerie, thinking that you have to dig up. It's sad when you see a little 12-year-old girl who had passed away. So she passed away in 1935, which means this gravesite was dug up and moved here in around 59, 58. Let's continue. We're just about half a mile away from the site.
Well, we made it. We're here. As you can see, the hill is slipping and pushing up the road. It started out as a small bump, but within hours this is the aftermath. For now, one-lane traffic control is set up by the sign man. The engineers are working on a fix. It will be some time though.
Okay, once I got here, what I had to do is pick up the temporary signs. We had stop ahead, and one lane road ahead signs on the barricades. And so we did that yesterday just for a quick fix. And then the road got worse, so I went up today, and this is the epic journey, and we put I put the regular stop signs in, 2 stop signs, 2 stop aheads, and 2 one-lane road ahead, 1 in each direction. Just it's going to be up to the people to monitor themselves to stop, and we put it up there for obvious reasons, safety. If people would just follow the signs, it wouldn't be a problem. It's not a very heavily traveled road up there this time of year. You get a car here and there, so it should last them. So this is my journey up there. I put the signs on, done, and I'm heading back to the next sign emergency, which is another 35 miles away. So I only got to do 2 jobs today. This one was 6 signs to install up here, and the other one was just citizen reported a sign laying on the ground, which I'm thankful that people do watch out and call in when they see something wrong. So let's pack it up and head over to it's called Thompson Avenue and Congress Valley Road, and just a little quick fix on a sign. This is a little landmark along the way back into Napa. It's on Monticello Road. It's they call it the man with the pipe. You can kind of see the silhouette of the man. It's not a very good picture because I tried to stop, but there was a car in back of me, so I just kind of went real slow and just told Siri to take the picture. So there's a little iron pipe in there, and it's kind of just a kind of neat little thing along the way. All right, 75 miles later, I found the sign that's on the ground. It's just part of the epic journey for today. All right, the sign's up. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the shop. All right, there we go. Back at the yard, 88 miles today for 2 signs and about 7 hours. All right, there we go, the end of the journey. 88 miles, 89, something like that. I had to go to one area, which is quite a ways away, install 6 signs up there, and then drive all the way back into Napa. There was that sign laying on the ground, and we got it all taken care of. And it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm leaving at 1:30 today, so I'm just gonna grab a little lunch and head out to go home for 3 days. Monday's a holiday. So I'll catch you on the next exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man, and we'll have some more incredible journeys coming up.
Thanks for watching this exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man. Filmed in the beautiful Napa Valley, Bob the Sign Man directs, produces and edits all of his own videos. To learn more about where Bob the Sign Man gets his materials and sign supplies, check out www.bobthesignman.com. As always, thanks for watching. See you soon.